My name is Sam Abrusman. I'm a senior scholar at the Kauffman Foundation. I'm the author of The Half-Life of Facts. Turns out people have actually been quantifying the half-life of knowledge within medicine and other areas. I realized that maybe there's something to this. There's this larger issue of understanding how knowledge grows, how it spreads, how it becomes overturned over time, how we deal with knowledge. There is a regularity to how knowledge changes, and hopefully that's the kind of thing that can provide a certain amount of comfort to people. I think it also is really exciting that knowledge is changing, and that should be exhilarating. I think within the scholarly world, people already know at least a little bit about the idea that knowledge is being overturned. Maybe not consciously, but intuitively or subconsciously, they know that the vast majority of the papers they publish are not going to stand the test of time. This is just the way knowledge works. But then as we grow older, we might see that, oh, we read in the paper, red wine is now good for us versus bad for us, or dinosaurs look totally different from what we learned when we were younger. And that can be a little disconcerting. And so the point of the book is to say to a broader audience that, first of all, knowledge changes. That's just the way of the world. But if you can understand the order and the regularity to how knowledge changes, that can actually provide a way of structuring and ordering all the knowledge that's around you and all the facts that we're just constantly inundated with. Science is constantly in draft form. We always know that things are subject to re-examination, experimentation, and testing. Core scientific knowledge, the stuff that makes it into our textbooks, the really fundamental things, like that an atom has electrons, or that DNA is the material of genetics. These kinds of things we're pretty certain are correct, like the number of continents that are on the planet. Learn those once, you're done. But then there's all the stuff that's constantly being discovered and published on a weekly or daily basis. That's the frontier knowledge. That stuff is constantly in flux. There have been a lot of really rapid changes in knowledge since the dawn of the scientific revolution. There were some things that were big deals, like the theory of evolution. That was a pretty big deal. That rocked Victorian society. But we bounced back. There's actually an economist at Harvard University. He refers to how knowledge and new ideas become accepted, where the pace is what he calls it's crazy, crazy, crazy obvious. And I think a lot of overturning of facts is the same kind of way. You need to really look at all of knowledge in the aggregate, because the truth is we can't predict which specific discovery is going to occur or which fact is going to be overturned. There's only meaning in looking at all the facts together and saying, okay, if we look at all the facts within a field of medicine and then look to see how many of them are still true a number of decades later, only then can we calculate some sort of half-life or understanding of how knowledge changes. If we're taught at a young enough age that you shouldn't view your education as a done deal. You're being given the tools to think and to understand the world. We're giving you the skills to begin to continue to assimilate new knowledge and new ideas. If we can teach that, that could be really, really liberating for a lot of people. There's an order and a regularity to how knowledge changes. And understanding that can actually give you a certain amount of hope and a way of ordering the world around you.